Back before we started doom scrolling, and way before tech bros took over the world, Canadian author Douglas Coupland wrote Microserfs. Published in 1995, it's a funny, weird, and surprisingly emotional story about tech, identity, and the search for meaning. The story follows Dan Underwood, a 26-year-old programmer working at Microsoft HQ in Redmond, Washington. He and his friends are brilliant but disillusioned, spending their days debugging code and contemplating life. One day, they quit their jobs to follow their friend Michael to California and launch a startup called OOP. Their goal? To build a piece of software that simulates life itself. Sounds like a slice-of-life corporate novel with echoes of modern AI development, but beneath the 90s time capsule of nerdy jokes and Bill Gates name drops, you'll find Canadian sci-fi fingerprints all over it. Trope 1. Survival in harsh environments. You don't have to fight aliens or cross tundras to experience survival. In Microserfs, the team isn't braving Arctic landscapes. They're surviving the mental and emotional wasteland of corporate tech culture. The Microsoft environment is relentless. Long hours, no sunlight, and a cult-like obsession with productivity. In Canadian lit, survival often means enduring something overwhelming, whether it's a blizzard or corporate burnout. Trope 2. Resource scarcity. But make it emotional. In Microserfs, the scariest resource isn't water or oil. It's emotional energy. The characters are exhausted, lonely, and constantly questioning their purpose. Canadian sci-fi often deals with resource depletion. And here in Microserfs, it's personal and existential scarcity, the feeling that life's resources are running low in a world of endless code. Trope 3. Identity, outsiders, and humor. Dan and his friends struggle to define themselves outside of their jobs. Their Canadian identity makes them outsiders in the hyper-competitive world of Silicon Valley hustle culture. And then there's the humor. Canadian humor is often self-deprecating, dry, and grounded, and Microserfs delivers that in spades. The characters joke about corporate absurdity, tech industry quirks, and their own emotional ineptitude. Trope 4. Technology, ethics, and corporate culture. At its core, Microserfs asks a very Canadian question. What happens when the tech we create starts to define who we are? The team's OOP software attempts to model life itself, but in the process, they become obsessed with productivity, success, and digital immortality. Canadian sci-fi often questions the ethics of technology, and Microserfs reminds us that tech culture isn't just about gadgets. It's about the people who get ground up in the process. Microserfs isn't just a slice of 90s tech nostalgia. It's a deeply human, weirdly funny, and sneakily philosophical novel about survival, scarcity, identity, and the ethical dilemmas of our digital world.